video, quite an important part of an ASMR video. So here it is. Here is the tier list board. Now the idea that I had, and we're still going to do it. It just, I guess, you missed the building process, but it's nothing particularly special. It's just a big concrete board with a sea lantern trim to it. Everything's made out of concrete. I did it in creative mode and used a bit of world edit. If you want to jump on the server and have a look for yourself, it's minus 1600, positive 1600 XY, XZ even. So yeah, come and check it out. But missing the building process, it doesn't really matter. The fun, I suppose, is actually ranking things together. And my idea, guys, is to rank every single Minecraft item. Now in this video, we will rank as much as we can get through in sort of 20 to 40 minutes, however long the video goes on for. And if you like this type of video, we'll do more. Now the size of this thing is quite large. Each of these boxes is 7 by 7, which means we could, in theory, put 7 times however long this thing is, probably like 40 blocks long or something. And that's quite a lot. Was that 280 or something? Items in each section, and there are obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections. So yeah, and something to bear in mind is that this is an opinion piece. You know, I'm going to be ranking them based on my own experience on Minecraft and the certain block types that I like to use and items I like to use. So if you want to give your opinion, please do leave it in the comments. Let's get a bit of a Minecraft debate going on. I'd love to hear opinions on on the different things that we're going to talk about and the different rankings that I make. But let's not delay. Let's get into things. So now the first thing that I ranked before I deleted everything for the purpose of the video were the logs, and I've decided to do the logs first because obviously a very iconic Minecraft piece or Minecraft item. And in fact, the oak log, it is one of the joint oldest blocks in the game. It must be. It used to be the only wood type, I believe, or at least the only wood type you could actually use, if that makes sense. Now, I was thinking about putting it in A initially because it's such an OG item, but okay, it's OG, but then you'd have to put everything that was like the first items, like grass and dirt and stuff, which I just don't want to be restricted to putting everything old in A for the purpose of nostalgia or whatever. So I put it, and I'm putting it in B. The reason being is because it's just so average. I use it fairly regularly in my build. I would say in probably 60% of my builds use oak in some way. Now specifically we're talking about oak logs because I'm going to rank every item, so oak planks will be in a different section if I feel they deserve to be. They probably will be in B anyway, but the point stands that this is ranking specifically oak logs, and they are just so vanilla that has its place in some builds. When I've seen it used well, I've not been able to use it well, but when people have used it well, it looks pretty good. I never have been able to find a good use for it, but I feel like it would be harsh to put it any lower than D. I was thinking about C, but then I thought that's too average because I definitely am not a fan of it, so D it is. Sorry, Birch lovers. E I thought might be a bit harsh. I mean, no, I'm not going to put D because I can see the benefit of it in some situations, so it's not going to go in D. Junglewood, jungle logs. I really like jungle logs. I'm going to put that in the same tier as. I'm going to put that in A. This was the exact same issue I had when I was ranking them in the recordings that you're not seeing, so I was initially going to put it in the same tier as Oak because I like it. I think it looks relatively good, but it's not very versatile, so it's sort of the other way around. Oak I thought was a bit boring, but versatile, and Jungle is quite good looking in my opinion, but not that versatile, so sort of cancels each other out. But the uniqueness of it and the amount that I use it means I think I have to put it in A tier. Definitely not as good as Spruce because it's not as versatile. That's ridiculously versatile, but it grows in the same way as Spruce 2x2, and you can collect lots of it very easily. And in the past, especially recently, I have used Junglewood a lot in the creator realm on ASMR Gaming News' realm about a year ago or so. I built tons of stuff out of Jungle, and in my own personal single player worlds or with friends, I use it quite a lot. So A tier, it looks good, it's kind of a unique thing, and I think it deserves to be there. Better than Oak, not as good as Spruce. If there was a B plus tier, I probably would put it there, so maybe we can, maybe we can put it like here, to sort of signify that. Junglewood will get there. Okay, Acacia. I think that can go down with Birch. I think that's where I put it last time. The reason being, the orange is not a very nice orange. The grey, kind of, or the very light brown, almost makes it look grey. It's not very nice. It's such a specific wood type that I just never really use it. I have used it before, but I've never got it to look particularly good. It's, I'd say, probably less versatile than Birch because of that weird orange texture. I don't think I could say it's any better than Birch, so C, I'd probably say that Birch is slightly worse. So let's pop Birch like here. Because Acacia is actually not that bad, but I'd say it's like a C minus D plus. That's what I would say. Now Dark Oak, I think this might be controversial. I really don't like Dark Oak. I've never been able to get it to be used well, and the reason that it frustrates me is because I know it doesn't look that bad. That is not a bad looking wood type. This is kind of a weird shade of brown compared to this personally, which makes it just look a bit weird. So I've never been able to get it to work properly. That is not bad. It's just kind of like if we compare it to Spruce, it's like a muted Spruce. Like a kind of, it's like you've turned the contrast down on Spruce, but then turned up the contrast on the kind of, what do you call it, like the cross-sectional part of it. Just not a fan. I don't like that these two colours are completely different to each other, but not even in a kind of interesting way like this. So I'm actually going to put it in E tier. I'm really not a fan of Dark Oak. Feel free to disagree with me, but I know I'm right. Now Mangrove, that's a good one. I've used it a lot. I like how unique it is. It's certainly I come out too far, they disappear. But I'm quite happy with this list. S tier, spruce. A tier, mangrove and jungle. B tier, oak, nothing in C. D, acacia and spruce, and in E tier, dark oak. Let's move on to the next ones. So ideally, I would like to do all wood types. We could do stripped as well, stripped and these ones, but actually yes, let's do the stripped ones. These ones are basically the same. We could maybe leave them out, and I'll do this one fairly quickly, otherwise it will get a bit boring. Now this is why I'm doing it, because for example, stripped birch is good. I like it a lot. In fact, I'd probably put it as a high B, maybe just below oak. I put stripped oak as well as probably, stripped birch as well as stripped oak. I think they both deserve to kind of be there. They're very versatile, but not exactly special or anything. So A and S tier kind of evades it. Stripped jungle, never used it. Let's get them out like that and kind of make a decision. Spruce. I guess I would probably put spruce here as well, honestly. Nothing particularly special to it, they're just useful. I've used these a lot, I've not used that much. Jungle looks a bit weird, maybe I put that in C. Yeah, I think I would. That, I can see having its place, but I'm not sure when I would use it, so I probably wouldn't put it just along. Maybe just slightly worse, because, you know, I don't know. Maybe just slightly worse. Slightly less likely to use it. The stripped dark oak is probably a B tier, honestly, because it's just a useful block type. Yeah, I mean, I probably would put it in there. It's not got anything unusual to it like this does. It's kind of got a weird, it looks almost like a sea sponge or something. And then mangrove, I can see having its uses. A tier evades it. Maybe it's a bit too specialised to put it in B, so yeah. It looks like a red wool block, but just a bit weird, so I would probably put it, in fact I don't really like it at all. I probably would put it in D tier, honestly. If I'm going to put that there, then surely I should put that. Whereas at least this is, oh no, that can go in D as well. In fact, I'm actually going to put that in E. Yeah, that looks horrible, honestly. Yeah, not a fan of that. Okay, I think I'm quite happy with this. Nothing in F tier yet. Was tempted to put dark oak there, but I'm not going to. I think that's fair. Nothing's in C yet. Am I being harsh? Am I separating the good from the bad? Or is there actually nothing that is this dead average? Maybe I could relegate this to C because I actually don't really like the look of that. Or is that the spruce one? Looks a bit like sewage, doesn't it? Okay, we're going to move that into C. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's go with that. Okay. I think that's fair, what we've done. We could do the planks. Let's do all the planks. Let's try to stay relatively on message. Because we also have the warp really only works. At least they are kind of. You know what? I'm gonna have to put it in E. Maybe a high E tier. Acacia. I'm being a bit negative, aren't I? Am I being negative? But I just don't use them. I just don't use them. That's the thing. Let's go to C so we can see things in the daytime a bit more. I don't want to be negative, obviously, but I don't want to let things go in the high tiers if I don't think they deserve it. I just would never use it. It's so clearly like a wood type, whereas at least these ones can be used for sort of different types of things. This could possibly remind you of something else. I don't know, like at least there's like, you know, extra stuff going on with it, whereas this is just clearly orange planks, which just looks a bit dead in my opinion. Dark oak, I think they look better than its wood type, so I'll probably put that in C tier. I'll put that alongside the oak planks because these are just boring and average, whereas in fact actually I'll put them as a low B. Because it's just a darker version of that. At least you haven't got that horrible contrast, which I hate about the log type. Mangrove planks, I like them, but they are so specialised and they need to be with the actual wood type that I think I'll put them as. I do like them. I love the colour. I think I'll put them as a mid B. I've never used these. I have never in my life used warped or crimson planks. I have not seen them. No, I have. I was going to say I've not seen them used outside of nether type stuff. But that would be a lie. That would be a lie. I like this colour more. I like kind of a teal colour. It's more of a turquoise, really. Turquoise and teal. I'd probably put that as a high C because it's kind of, at least it's interesting. I can see it being used for like different sorts of like roofs, like because it has that kind of copper look to it, so I can see it being used in good thing for kind of interesting stuff. And same with this, really. I'll probably put them at the same level for that. Anything else that I'm missing? Wood types. We could do the saplings. Why not? Why not? Let's stick on the same thing. I guess we may as well do the roots. Crimson roots and warped roots. And we need to do the mangrove one, propagule. Oak saplings. Spruce saplings. Oak saplings I think look super ugly. I hate them. I really don't like how they look before they grow. I don't think they look good in pots or anything. Spruce saplings, again, quite similar, maybe just marginally better in their design. Birch saplings, also pretty ugly. Honestly, sapling design, you know what, this one looks slightly better. Let's put that in C. Let's put that in a sort of higher or lower mid C tier. Jungle saplings look kind of cool, but just not very useful. I wouldn't use any of these. The dark oak sapling, I think I'm going to put in F tier. I hate the fact that you can't grow any kind of dark oak without having 4 of them, and I think it looks so ugly as a sapling, so I'm putting that all the way down there. Acacia, I mean, yeah, it's kind of a whatever thing, but also kind of ugly, so let's put it along with these ones. That is those done. Crimson roots and warped roots, I have very little opinion on them. I suppose I probably would put them here. And the propagule, I have a special level of hatred for this thing. I just think it looks so ugly. Really weird looking thing. Not useful just as decorative items because they won't just naturally grow. So I was thinking that maybe in a slightly higher C tier, I personally would not use them. But I know that also they are sometimes very good money makers on the server for people. Who is the top money maker? Bound top. It is enhanced demigod with 25 million, almost 24.5. Okay, so let's move on. I think we'll move on from the. Should we do ore types? Let's do all the standard ore types. Emerald, diamond, lapis, and then I might not do the deep slate for now. Coal. I'm going to put that in B. I like the look of ores, so I think these are going to do fairly well. Coal ore looks pretty good. Maybe I'll put it slightly lower. I like the design of it. And everyone likes coal. I like finding it when I'm starting out. So let's put it here. Iron. I think it looks a bit boring, so I'm going to put that. It's not really usable outside of. I don't really like it as a texture block, whereas I do like coal as a texture block here and there. High C, because I do still like finding it as a valuable thing. Copper, I think it looks super cool. I actually really like the design of it. Maybe not quite as much as coal. I've just noticed that should not be there. I wanted to leave a gap on either side, so those are dark oak planks, aren't they? Dark oak planks. I think they were. Yeah. Yep, dark oak planks. Okay. Okay, we put copper in B. Gold. Now, I do like the look of gold, but again, I've not really found a good texture use for it. I might actually put it. I might put it in the same. I might still put it in B though, honestly, because I still think it looks cool. I like how they've changed them recently, and how they're not just all carbon copies of each other. Redstone. Not a huge fan of this. I probably put that below iron, honestly, because it's just not usable, and I'm not a redstone person. Maybe I'll put it in low C. Emerald, it's always exciting finding emerald, and I think it does look really cool. It's such a vibrant block. I'll probably put that I'd probably put that just in line with coal. I would say the vibrancy of it levels it out for the kind of versatility of coal. Now diamond, I think we just have to put it in S tier. I know that's again not a hot take, but when you find diamond, you just get that really like nostalgic feeling of excitement, like when we were kids. So and that never really goes away. So diamond's gonna go in S tier for me. And lapis, I just don't really like the look of it. I don't like how these ones almost connect up and create a kind of weird vein. So I'm gonna pop that in D tier because I really don't like the look of it. I'll probably put it at the same level as spruce, honestly. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's do different types of stones now, shall we? Let's do all of these ones. Diorite. Let's do the different types of polished ones as well. And cobble. Let's do cobble as well. Okay, so stone. I mean, the thing is, I know you might think, okay, well, if you put oak in here, you're gonna have to put stone there as well. But stone is such a central part of every single build. I would say 95% of every build, there's going to be at least some smooth stone, not actual smooth stone, just like the cooked stone. It's always a bit of a turning point when you get silk touch and you can start mining it reason, I think I'm going to put it as a low A tier because it is just so good. I might even put it mid A tier, to be honest. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Granite. Now I think granite and andesite are underrated. Diorite is rightly not liked very much. I'm not a huge fan either. Let's put granite. I don't want to rate it too highly. Granite. I'm gonna no, because I don't use that often. I was gonna give it C, but I don't think I can. I'm gonna give it a high D tier. Polished granite and the polished version of all of these things I just despise, other than, well, polished andesite's not too bad, but polished granite and diorite I really don't like. Andesite I'm gonna put just a tad higher for its versatility at least, because I do use it in baths. So actually I'll give it a mid C because at least it's vaguely useful for that, but I don't use it anywhere outside of that. Diorite, I'm gonna have to put that in E tier. No, I'll give it a low D tier because I have used it in the past for like quarry type stuff and it can be useful, so it's not like I have a distinct dislike for it, but it's definitely worse than granite, and both are particularly good looking blocks. It's a bit ugly, I have to admit. The polished ones, I'm going to put them all low E tier, very low E tier. No, sorry, I'm going to put polished. No, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to get worse than that. Polished granite and polished diorite are going to have to go in F tier for me. I really don't like the look of them. Whenever I see them used, like in floor patterns and stuff, it never does it for me unless it's like a specific aesthetic. So I would never use them. But yeah, that's just me. So I'm sure people can get them working, but for me, it doesn't work. Polished andesite, I would probably put in C tier just for its averageness. I'd probably put it alongside andesite itself, honestly. Maybe a bit lower because of the borders, which make it look a little bit ugly like that. Not a fan. Well, yes, no, I probably would put it low C tier. And cobble, a great addition to any build, honestly. Good texture, good for walls. I'd probably put it in A tier, honestly, because again, it's just more versatile than oak. Well, not versatile, but just more. I know it's as vanilla, but it can be used in more interesting ways. So I'd probably put it just below stone itself, just one step below in A tier. Wow, this is filling out quite nicely. It's looking pretty cool. Okay, let's move on. Let's keep moving along. Deep slate, cobble deep slate, polished deep slate, calcite, tough, dripstone block, grass, and dirt. Let's do those. I like the deep slate ones. I love the sound of cobble. I think it sounds really cool. So I like the addition of deep slate stuff. They can be quite useful, not as useful as this, but I think they look good. A tier. I really like the look of the. I've not used them much, but I love the look of them. I'll probably put cobble deep slate in B tier, just below oak. I think that's fair. I'm going to do the same with. I'm going to go one step lower with actual deep slate because I just don't like the irregularity of it, whereas this looks at least a bit more like cobblestone. Polished deep slate, I don't think I could put it in A, even though I do like the look of it. It's still a bit too processed, and given I've not used it enough, I think B tier is high enough for it. So let me put that around. Yes, put it there. Slightly nicer than that, isn't it? Calcite, never used it personally. I like the look of it. I like the look of it a lot. I can see it being used well, but I've never same sort of thing as the outside of acacia, so but even less used to it, and it's just generally annoying when you come across it. So I think I'm gonna stick that in mid E tier. Yeah, along with like sort of the same thing, spruce planks, bleh, tough. Bleh. So yeah, let's put there. Dripstone block. Not used it. It's kind of interesting, but not really for me. I probably would, low C, high D tier. Could I really put it in C? Is it average or is it not nice? It's average. It's average. It's low average. So let's put it in. Put it in there. Yeah, I think that's kind of fair. Am I being harsh or is this average? I would say I'm erring on the side of not liking things, aren't I? So I'm not going to get more lenient. I'm just going to bear that in mind at least. The grass block, I mean, honestly, A tier. Again, it's like one of these standard things. Stone, cobble, grass. They're so versatile. They're so good. Really looks good in anything really, because they're just so versatile. It's not like oak, which is standard, but you know, can look boring. These are just like the absolute, you know. Dirt, I probably put that mid B because well, it's an OG good block, but not quite as beautiful as these things. You really can't go wrong with them. Whereas I think you can go wrong with dirt. Let's move on. Let's do. Oh yeah, so we've got coarse dirt, podzol, and rooted dirt, mud, crimson, nylium. Well, let's do the two sands, normal sand and red sand. Coarse dirt, I don't like the look of it. It looks just like dry dirt. Not even a particularly good texture block, because I think it just detracts. So I think it is quite neatly at home next to granite. Podzol maybe just marginally better in terms of its use. I mean, why am I saying that? It's worse. I never use it and I don't really like it either. And it's annoying to collect rooted dirt. I also am not a fan of this. I did not know you could place things. Oh no, you can't. It just looks like even more dried out coarse dirt, so I think I'll put it between them is probably fair. Mud, I quite like. I've used it in my hardcore world. I quite like it. It looks kind of cool, but it's not really that versatile because it's got a kind of a weird textury colour within the sort of purpley black colour. That's the palette for it. I'd probably put it high C tier. It's cool, but not B tier. I wouldn't say. Nothing really that special to it. Interesting, but not great. Nyliums, both of them, not a fan. I really don't like them. Never have used them, and I hate netherrack colour. I just really don't like it. E tier for both, I think. Maybe even lower than these because I just find them so unusable. I'm gonna put them low E tier. Sand has its place. Bit boring though. Maybe mid C tier. And red sand I've never used. Oh, bugger. I've never used it, but I could see it being useful here and there. Could I? No, D tier. Just about there, I think. parts. I don't know if it's intentional. Is it meant to look like a claw? Let's kind of cut it, because that's what it looks like, and for that reason, when it's so uniform, it just looks weird and odd and just not random. That looks so computer generated. Look at that. I mean, it just looks crap in my opinion. So I probably put that in E tier. Honestly, I think they could make it look better, couldn't they? Let's put it here. Low E tier. Ancient debris. I like it purely because of its uniqueness, but also because it's like finding diamonds, but not quite as good. Well, nowhere near as good, really. In terms of the feeling, I mean, that sort of initial feeling you get. I'm going to turn that off. Ancient debris can go in. I'm going to put it in C. It's cool to find, but not useful as a decoration block, which is what we're rating. Block of coal, good block to use for decoration. I'm actually going to put that higher than that. I'm going to put it in high B. Raw iron, I have a thing against. I'm not a fan of it because, again, is that the same colour as that? It must be, but the way when it gets clumped together in a block, it's like very desaturated, and I'm not a huge fan. I think a mid C tier for that, because it's like the lapis for me. It's got a weird colour to it. It's very sepia, very 1950s. I don't know. A block of copper, kind of interesting, I suppose. I'll probably put it in the same level as like dripstone. Could be used here and there. Block of gold, kind of cool, I think, but just a bit. It's a bit too. No, I can see it being used for good effect. So I think I'm gonna put that about there in C tier. So that would do. Okay, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed, and let me know your thoughts on what I've picked and sort of what I've done with the video. This is what I've gone with so far. Let me know, and let me know if you want to see more like this. I feel like the video would have been a bit more fun if. Wait, what the hell? I just realised I've grown I didn't move the propagule. Oh, for God's sake. See, this is the problem. With mangrove stuff, or propagules in general. This is why I'm not a fan of them. Because collecting mangrove wood is just such a pain in the backside. Well, I'm going to get rid of this. Let me know what you thought of the video, and leave a like if you have enjoyed. I would like to do more like this, but obviously I'll only do more if you guys actually, fancy this sort of content. Otherwise I'll probably just go back to standard sort of playthroughs, which obviously I enjoy. So yeah, guys, thanks for